Yo, what's up guys? Today in this video we're actually going to discuss one thing, and does brand matter? Like in bike components, does brand matter? Well, basically it's a really quick answer that I can say yes. Yes, but hang on, please stay with me, stay with me. We're going to discuss what about it and why budget brands could be okay as well. Yes, let's get to it. Okay, so component brand on a mountain bike or a cycling bike, road biking, whatever, they all matter basically, even the bike brand itself. If it's specialized, Trek, or whatever the brand is, it all actually matters. Well, the reason why it matters, okay, these brands are actually tested of time. They were able to create their brand ever since before the start of the the how do you call this, the production of bikes. Okay, so basically they were able to craft their time to create the perfect masterpiece in each and every single product that they're going to create. So we're going back to Shimano. Okay, two brands, we're going to focus on the two component brands, and that is Shimano and SRAM, and these two are actually quite old. You know, they already had their own style, they already know their stuff. So basically what I'm trying to tell you guys, they are already tested of time and they really know their stuff when it comes to their drivetrain and their components, and you can't go wrong with either of the two, Shimano and SRAM. But of course, if you're going to ask for a really accessible brand, that is Shimano. Well, I'm not sure they're in a different country, but most likely Shimano has its parts all over the place. So if you're going to just focus on the two major brands, SRAM and Shimano, and probably you're gonna tell me everything that you really want about the two brands. Especially when it comes to mountain bike parts, actually Shimano has this Deore setup, Deore XT, Deore XTR, Deore SLX, you know, all of those things. And I'm not gonna tell you which is the flagship, which is the budget. We're just here to talk about the brand itself and the quality. So these are actually, they took time to create and develop it in research and development stage, and everything is actually well thought. So every penny that you pay for those Shimano and SRAM parts is gonna give you the best of both worlds. But of course, people are not always having a lot of the money. People are not always having a lot of budget for them to create an upgrade with their bike. So what you gonna do? So you're probably gonna do, since you don't have that kind of money to buy a SRAM Access or SRAM Eagle, Shimano Deore, Deore XT, Deore XTR. Yeah, I don't have the money, but I want to upgrade my bike. Yeah, probably you can still definitely upgrade your bike on a budget, and that's where L2, Sensa, and S-Ride kicks in. Yes, despite of them being a budget brand, okay, for components and bikes, whether it's a mountain bike or it's a road bike, they actually definitely can do the job pretty well. Honorable mention, Sensa Empire 12 speed, the carbon edition for the road bikes. Actually GCN were able to get one of those, and they installed it in one of their Pinarello bikes, and they actually like it. It actually performs like a Shimano 105, and took note, Shimano 105 level on a budget brand for less than, for half of the actual price group set of the Shimano 105. So basically what I'm telling you guys, yes, component brand of a bike matters. But of course, if you're on a budget, there's actually a lot of budget brands out there that has the similar quality at the most. Okay, but of course I'm not gonna tell you that budget brands are the best. You should always take the budget brands because it gives you a lot spacer, it gives you better leverage with your wallet. No, I'm not gonna tell you that, because still, if you're going to buy one of the major brands like Shimano and SRAM, the quality of their materials are actually top notch. The performance would not degrade over time, and they are tested to be in a lot of torture. So since Shimano and SRAM were able to be tested with a lot of pressure and tension and torture, How can you be so sure that these budget brands will be able to handle all of those tension? Probably in the long run, they could, especially in the first few years. But of course, over time, you're not sure what's the quality of the springs that's used in the, let's say, the rear derailleur. Okay, can't say. You really can't say because it's a budget brand. So it works well. It works perfectly. It shifts well. It shifts smoothly while it lasts. But of course, in the long run, it's gonna degrade over time, and you're gonna look for a Shimano or a SRAM. So actually, this budget brand opinions that you can hear from me, it actually came from my experience because I own a Sensa road shifter and I have an L2 mountain bike rear derailleur all connected to my Monster Cross. And somebody actually called my Monster Cross as a monster mess. Ha! Huh. It seems that you don't understand the case and you just don't care about it, so why bother making a comment? But either way, I'm not here to deal on that because it doesn't really bother me that much. But yeah, from an L2 perspective and a Sensa perspective, they actually really work well and they're actually quite durable for the price point. Okay, it's actually cheap. But the thing is, of course, if you really want the best of the best, yeah, still Shimano wins the game or SRAM wins the game. Either of the two. You're gonna pay for 10,000, like 10 grand on a road shifter, like say Shimano 105. You can get the option for a fully hydraulic setup. Yeah, fully hydraulic brake setup, brake system. And that's actually one of the best things you can get, and that is one of the things that budget component brand cannot give you. A road shifter with hydraulic setup. I can't see anything like that. Well, when it comes to mountain bike, their budget brand hydraulics brakes, it's better if you stick with Shimano or SRAM hydraulic brakes. Really, seriously, I'm gonna tell you, you need to stick with them. You don't need to look for a budget because it's for your life, man. It's your life relying on these things. So yeah. So bottom line is, okay, the bottom line, does brand matter when it comes to the components of your bike? Yes, but of course you can consider buying the budget brands because these budget brands are actually growing a lot and they were able to, well, and somehow catch up. What are we gonna choose? What you gonna choose? SRAM, Shimano, or L2 or Sensa? Probably gonna, I want you to share your thoughts in the comments down below, and I just wanted to hear you, what's your perspective on the international well-known brands, or what's your perspective about the budget brands? Because it's gonna be a fun discussion in the comments, and I can learn a thing or two from you guys because it's not just always me that's gonna share information on the internet. It's also best if we share other informations from you guys so we can learn from each other. Yeah, and yeah, see you in the next video. If you like this kind of content, please hit like and also subscribe. It doesn't cost anything and it can help me. It helps the channel a lot. Peace.